Hey guys, welcome back. We are watching Fear the Walking Dead. We are on season 3, episode 15. The name of the episode is Things Bad Begun. Only just now begunnin'? I thought they had already been there. At any rate, we're going to take a listen and see what this one's about. Kind of go from there. Hopefully we get a little bit more information. And I know we're in a transition phase. This is the next to last episode. So I expect some build up to something then for the season finale. So we'll see what happens. I already summed up what happened at the end of the other one. I'm not going to repeat it. Let's just see what's happening with everybody and what's happening back at the dam. All right. Are those the brain stems?
I've been talking to some people and these proctors. They got big plans. They're planning to attack the dam. Your mother's in trouble, Nick.
I guess the question is, can Troy keep Nick sober long enough to help his mama? And I bet you Victor's behind it. Okay, I did jump with that one. Hey.
That's the type of lonely,
Disappointed.
type of irritated.
I can't figure out if he's getting her drunk to get her out of the way or to make it so she can't fight
I
back.
sure as hell can. Daniel, he can help us. I vouch for him.
It's backfiring.
It's been good walking with you, Madison Clark.
You too, Tucker.
Maybe the show will keep with them as well. Do them as a side story.
In the field?
Oh, sure. I lost my license back in the 90s, misunderstanding I had a lady patient. I was so uptight, I was like, out of California.
But also you don't want to be a medical professional because they die.
Since,
You know something? I know the proctors. I was indebted to them. They make narcos look like church ladies. He's sweating big time because you sweat.
Calling him out.
I know you were a man who interrogated people. I know you were military.
It's good you know those things.
He's going to start skinning
My
Nick.
hope is that'll make...
Is he going to tell on Troy? So he's going to offer up Victor in exchange.
You know, that trading post, not good for me. Or Nick, here.
Oh, please don't tell me they're going to hook up. That'd just be icky.
We're just a humble MC raising hell in SoCal. But I had aspirations and connections south of the border.
Motorcycle club? I don't think he believes him.
All of it, Madison. And you would too, you know you would, because you understand and you see things.
I'd say good riddance, but Daniel wanted to do it himself.
Look at your toes.
Can't always do it right after the surgery, because you're going to have swelling from the surgery. They usually wait a little bit into the recovery.
It's not a great idea, Jim.
Relax. I got me my angel of mercy.
He's taking her with him. Went out his cheek. So one side has terrible aim and the other side has really good aim. So, what is Fangs doing back there? In her hammock. So, it looks like, I know sometimes they bleed over timelines so that you can't quite tell where things are going or happening, and so that things happen faster. The timeline's not quite matching up. Even if you take the pieces apart, the Proctors are still getting to the dam awfully fast. I mean, Maddie, Nick, and Troy and Victor were only there for a day, 2 days at most. And in the meantime, Alicia has met this other lady. They've done surgery on her leg, and then they did back surgery on the motorcycle gang leader. This is all in the U.S., and it sounded like part of California maybe. And now they've gone through Texas and down to the dam, which is on the Mexico side. And all of this happened in 2 days. I can understand blurring the timelines so that you can't quite expect this surprise or that surprise, but they're blurring it too much. It's not making sense even when you take the timelines apart. So, okay, whatever. So Troy is dead. It didn't look like she went into his brain. Hopefully she did. Otherwise, he's guarding the explosives. But that's fine, because there's really nowhere to go with Troy. He wasn't going to change his line of thinking. That he was ingrained with his line of thinking. So that was fine that they killed him off. I have no problem with it. Wasn't surprised. All that. Salazar being shot, I thought, if he did die, I thought, okay, you're bothering me. If he did die, I thought, well, okay, because they weren't going to try to grow him at all. He's kind of had the same line as well, as not the same thing as Troy, but for his character, the same kind of parallels. So if he had died, wouldn't have been too upset. Since they're keeping him alive, I wonder if they're going to try to change the character at all. And what I mean by change is have him grow, or if he's just going to keep doing the same old thing. Because as he said, people don't change. So you need an evil guy. And right now the Proctors are the evil guys. But you need someone who's able to sniff out the BS and be able to do the stuff the others don't want to do. But at the same time, you don't want them to keep doing the same old thing. You do want to see some growth. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. So it went through his chin and out his cheek. So we'll have to see how that goes. That was my tea. It's done staying hot. It's shut off now. And I actually might get some. My throat's hurting. I think allergies are acting up again, so a cup of hot tea may be good. So Alicia's been hijacked to be with this guy. He mentioned MC. We were just a group, an MC group or something like that. And so what I'm guessing is he's a motorcycle gang, because I believe on the motorcycle jackets there's the rockers, the top oval and the bottom oval. And from my understanding, one of the rockers is the MC, the motorcycle club. And that's how you identified which gang was which and that sort of thing. And I say gang when we're talking about all motorcycle clubs, but not all motorcycle clubs are gangs, as in the STR, I think is the acronym. Street, or STG, Street or Terrorist Group. That might be what the acronym is. I can't remember. It's been too long since I've had that training. That was at least 4, 5, 6, somewhere between 6 and 7 years ago that I had gang training. And it was just, well, I've had a couple of gang trainings during that time, but not enough to be an expert in it. But it did help me, because I had a guy come into the ED one time, and the doctors, the medical staff, they were like, oh, this guy is just paranoid, crazy, he's using something. He keeps saying a gang is trying to kill him. So I go in and do his assessment, and he had, trying to make sure I don't give out any information, he had one of the identifiers of the gang tattooed on the side of his neck, and it was the gang name. And I told the guy, and I told his family relative, I said, well, you have a right to be paranoid, because there are some gangs that he was trying to leave the gang, and there are gangs where if you try to leave them, they will kill you or torture you before they let you leave, kind of thing. MS-13 is one of those gangs. And I have no problem saying that one because it's widely known how violent they are. I went back out to the doctors because I talked to the guy, tried to contact the detective with the street gang part of the department, to see if there was any resources that they had that could help him, and that sort of stuff. But it was on the weekend, so I wasn't able to get a hold of anybody. But I went back out to the doctors and I said, we need to discharge him. I said, he's not crazy, he's part of such and such gang. And they said, really? How do you know that? I said, it's right on his neck. I said, he's not crazy. So it actually paid. That training came in handy for me. I'll put it that way. I learned a lot. But not enough to be an expert. So at any rate, this Proctor gang sounds like they were the federal definition type of gang, terrorist group, before everything went to hell. And now they're using the resources they know to stay alive. I think the only way this will happen, I don't think Victor is going to blow the dam. Excuse me, burp. I'm actually going to save my predictions for the beginning of the next one. I'll do that. I was right. They were building it up, getting ready for the season finale. So we'll have to see what happens. I don't think Lola and Salazar are dead, because when he saw Daniel getting up, he's what did he say? Oh shit, or something like that. So he knew he was in trouble, but Daniel's also right. He's not necessarily a killer. He's just a con man. So I might be wrong. They might be dead, but we'll find out. But thanks for joining me on this one. I'm getting ready to watch the next one. I'm going to go get some hot tea and then watch it, and we'll go from there. And hopefully my neighbors have quieted down by then. I noticed they've getting a little louder. They've got some visitors that just drove up. And Purdy's just glaring at me. You're going to move? You're going to make me move? All right, thanks for joining me, guys. See you on the next one.